Matt, what do you think is more difficult, that USC has arrived after 10 games, had 9 wins and 1 loss, or what they have to navigate the next 3 weeks with UCLA, Notre Dame, and a possible Pac-12 championship? It is really a backloaded schedule once you include the possibilities of a Pac-12 championship game.
Well, I think it's definitely these next 3 games, and that's because you know that Travis Dye's not playing, and you know that Eric Gentry might not play. Eric Gentry, has not returned to the lineup since his injury against Utah. And, Lincoln Riley, the week after the Utah game, said that, he was relieved that it was not a long-term injury with Eric Gentry. Said the same about Jordan Addison. But if he misses this UCLA game, to me, that's a long-term injury. I mean, it's all relative, but I certainly thought when I heard Lincoln Riley say it's not a long-term injury, I mean, he was listed as day-to-day for the Arizona game on October 29. So you're thinking, okay, he's going to be there for the UCLA game. But here we are. He did not dress for the Colorado game last Friday. So it's a real concern. Addison's going to be good to go. Raylan Goforth is going to be good to go. He played a little bit against Colorado. Andrew Voorhees is going to be good to go. Those players who have been recently injured, they're going to be fine. They're going to play, and they seem to be close to full strength. They progressed exactly as Lincoln Riley and the staff hoped, but Eric Gentry, not so much. And that is the injury in my mind, which really could matter the most against UCLA. If you ask me, Mark, which injury matters more, Travis Dye or Eric Gentry, obviously both huge injuries, both huge absences if Gentry is not able to play. But I think Gentry's the bigger one. Gentry does so much to knit together this defense, and the backup linebackers. We know the cupboard was left thin by Clay Helton. That's not going to cut it against DTR and Zach Charbonnet. You need Eric Gentry there, partly because he knows DTR. He's played against UCLA, knows what that offense is like, knows what that offense can do. Great student of the game, in addition to his natural athletic skill set and his football IQ. He really patched together so many holes for the USC defense. Through 6 weeks, he was the defensive MVP of this team. Obviously, Tuli Tuipulotu, just all these sacks. I mean, he's become the full season MVP. But I think USC really needs to get something out of Gentry. Maybe not a full 60-minute performance, but hey, can he play 20 snaps and be valuable to a certain extent? I think that's a bigger cause for concern than Travis Dye, because Austin Jones is a really good runner. The main deficit when you're comparing Austin Jones and Travis Dye is Austin Jones does not provide nearly the quality of pass protection that Travis Dye did. Travis Dye did everything. It wasn't that Austin Jones couldn't run. It's that Austin Jones didn't do all the other things. And Lincoln Riley, he's made this clear. He will play you if you can do all the different things that go into being a football player. The blocking, working within the scheme, making the right reads, not just what you do when you have the ball. Travis Dye did all those things. That's why he got so many reps, and Austin Jones didn't get many. So it's not really comparing them as running backs. It's comparing them in all the other situations. I will say that Austin Jones, because he hasn't gotten many reps, he's fresh. So that could actually, minimize the severity of the Travis Dye injury. If you're going to feed Austin Jones a lot in this game, I'm not necessarily saying USC should, but Lincoln Riley could do that, and you're not going to work him into the ground in terms of you're pushing him too far. No, Austin Jones can definitely handle a heavy workload in this game if he's asked to do so. So for these and other reasons, I think Gentry is really the bigger injury and the guy that USC needs more. I really think the Trojans need to see him on the field. Of course, USC could score 56 and render Eric Gentry's absence moot if Gentry is not able to play. And I think that goes back to how USC plays this game. I think USC has to play this game to score as many points as possible. I don't think that controlling the ball should be the emphasis. It's score as much as you possibly can, and you don't let the foot off the gas. So we've seen USC with 14, 15, 20-point leads, and then the Trojans relax. Like, this is the game of all games where a 14-point lead in the second or early third quarter, it might as well be a tie. You just need to be the roadrunner, beep, beep, and you just speed away from Wile E. Coyote and Chip Kelly, and you just don't look back. That's how USC needs to play this game. USC needs to be a Lamborghini here. Just roar and floor it and go higher and push harder, and you just try to run away from those Bruins and their sorry defense.